ERP connects all your departments, from finance to operations, into one central system. It acts like the brain of your business, giving you real-time insights.
So you've probably heard that acronym ERP thrown around in business meetings, right? It stands for Enterprise Resource Planning, which I know sounds kind of complicated and a little dry. But what if I told you it might just be the single most powerful tool for pulling a growing business together? Well, in the next few minutes, we're going to break it all down. Let's kick things off with a problem that might feel a little too real. Okay, let me ask you something. Does it ever feel like your business is just bursting at the seams of its own software? You know, like those simple tools you started with just can't hack it anymore? Yeah, if that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. It is a classic growing pain. So if that last slide kind of hit home, then these symptoms probably look familiar too. Simple, day-to-day tasks seem to take forever. You can't find critical data when you need it. It's that feeling of chaos, you know? Separate spreadsheets for finance, another app for sales, maybe something totally different for inventory. And pretty soon, everyone is typing the same information into different places, which just leads to mistakes. And the worst part? You're so busy just trying to keep things running that you end up missing out on real opportunities for growth. So the way out of this chaos isn't just about getting one more piece of software. It's about building a whole new foundation. Think of it like installing a central nervous system for your entire company. And that's exactly where ERP comes in. At its heart, enterprise resource planning is software that takes all your key business processes, we're talking finance, HR, sales, the whole shebang, and streamlines them into one unified system. And by doing that, it creates something absolutely revolutionary, a single source of truth for your entire organization's data. You know, let's really stick with that nervous system idea for a second. If every department in your company is a vital organ, then the ERP is the brain and spinal cord that connects them all. So when the sales team makes a move, the manufacturing team knows about it instantly. When inventory gets used, finance sees the impact in real time. Everything and everyone is communicating seamlessly, working together like one single organism. Now, this idea, it's not brand new, but wow has it evolved. It actually started over 100 years ago with just simple paper scheduling. By the 1960s, we had some early computerized systems. Then, the 90s saw the rise of these truly integrated ERPs that completely changed the game. And today, well, we're in a whole new era. It's all about the cloud, AI, and machine learning, making these systems not just connected, but actually intelligent. Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now let's pop the hood and take a look inside. How does an ERP actually pull all these different parts of a business together? Well, the real magic here is in the architecture. An ERP system is usually made up of different modules, say one for finance, one for HR, one for your supply chain. But here's the absolute key. They aren't separate programs trying to talk to each other. Nope. They are all part of one single system built around one central database. That's the secret sauce right there. Okay, so picture this happening in real time. The sales team logs a new customer order. That information doesn't just sit in a sales silo. Because of that shared database, the logistics team immediately sees that they need to ship a product. At the same time, finance sees the incoming revenue. And the procurement team might see that inventory is getting low and it's time to reorder. And just like that, no more duplicate data entry, no more information getting lost in translation between departments. All right, so how do you actually get one of these things? Well, today there are really two main options. Cloud ERP is definitely the most popular. You subscribe to it, it's hosted online by a provider, and it's usually easier to scale with lower upfront costs. The more traditional route is on-premises, where you host the software on your own servers. This gives you total control, but it also means you're on the hook for all the maintenance. Okay, theory is great, right? But what does this actually do for a business out in the real world? What's the bottom line impact? Honestly, the benefits can be pretty huge. With a modern ERP system, you're looking at higher productivity because so much can be automated. Deeper insights because your data isn't scattered everywhere. Way faster reporting, lower risk, a much simpler IT setup, and finally, improved agility, which is just a fancy way of saying your business can react to change a whole lot faster. Let's just zoom in on that first one for a second because it is an absolute game changer. Higher productivity. By streamlining and automating all those core business processes, you're basically freeing up your people to do more with less. They can stop focusing on tedious manual tasks and start focusing on more valuable strategic work. And this isn't some generic one-size-fits-all benefit either. It has a very specific, powerful impact in just about every industry. For a manufacturer, it's all about mastering your inventory and hitting quality goals. For a retailer, it's about blending your online and in-store sales to give customers a seamless experience. And for a utility company, it can even predict when spare parts are needed to prevent a major outage. Pretty cool. So that's the here and now. But where is all this headed? What's next for ERP? Well, that core idea of integration is only getting more and more powerful. The trend is crystal clear. The future isn't just about connecting your data. It's about making that data intelligent. Just like this quote says, technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning are now being built directly into ERP systems. And that transforms them from systems that just report on what happened to systems that can actually predict what's going to happen. And this chart really shows you what's powering that shift. AI and machine learning are the biggest drivers by far. Cloud integration is still absolutely critical for flexibility. And then you have new tech like the Internet of Things, or IoT, that's feeding real-world data from factory floors, from delivery trucks, directly into the ERP, creating this incredibly accurate live picture of the entire business. So, look, if you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this transformation. An ERP system takes a business from a state of chaotic, siloed data to a state of clarity. It moves you from scattered information to a single, unified system that delivers real strategic insight. And that really brings us back to you. I want you to think about your own organization, or your team, or even just your own work. What could having a single source of truth, one place where all the information is accurate and connected, truly unlock for you? Thanks for watching.